All right, welcome everyone for the final segment of the USA1 finals of the under 26 category. We have Team 1 versus Team Kolesnik. Kolesnik 59 imps ahead, and uh, the action has already started. Of course, we were watching the Rona finals just conclude, and looks like there's already some action to look at.
Is one club strong by
Yeah,
North?
North South at the main table are playing a strong club. The other three partnerships are playing tour one with some gadgets.
Yeah, and I think a nice opportunistic uh, three heart bid by Mike Shu. He's got 6-4 distribution with two good suits, and perhaps even more importantly than that, he knows that his left hand opponent has some really strong hand that hasn't yet started to describe its shape. And that hand will usually contain some spades because of the
Mhm.
West Singleton spade. So this is, we've been talking on the stream over the last couple of days about some of the downsides of precision as I see them. And so this is a big one. It's kind of
Yep.
painful to have to start describing your shape at the three hearts level. So North has a couple of things that they're interested to say. One is they have support for the other suits. The other is that they have five spades. Um, kind of can't do them both at once. So starting with a takeout double, uh, and
You
now
want
I
to see a
think,
lot of South's pass?
yeah, I wonder if they're in a force.
Want to play four hearts double. In
Yeah, maybe
theory, fours. Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
So it's probably a pass double inversion spot where double by South would be takeout, and pass is either to defend four hearts doubled or some sort of two-step special bid. Here, I think South, with almost all of his strength being a trump trick, um, has reasonably chosen to defend. Had he known that partner held nine spades, partner held five spades, so he had a nine-card spade fit, and a heart void, he might have felt differently, which kind of brings us back where we came in, right? Um,
Yep.
the good preamp, the well-timed high preamp caused the opponent some problems here. Had West bid sort of a more normal-looking two hearts, I think North would have easily slid in with two spades, with clubs to follow, and that would have been a lot harder here. Uh,
Absolutely. Nice
and
double fit too. They have a club fit too, which is pretty good.
yeah, yes. So yeah, and four hearts doubled is um, looking pretty attractive to declare. Of course, he's going to find out hearts are 3-0 and all the diamonds are offside, so he's going to slide off one trick. But um, looks to me like the opponents make six spades um, with a little bit of luck. So
Mhm.
potential huge pickup for the.
The other table, look, we already have the result. It was
Oh, we
four
have it.
spades making six. And it says other room on the left, just below
Okay.
Kolesnik 250. But it looks like this is what just deuce two diamonds, a heart, and a club. So probably down one.
Yeah, so that's 380 for nine imps to the Kolesnik team, would already head by a lot. And when you're the trailing team in a segment like this, you kind of need all of these swings to break your way. So yeah, here we are. It's board 49. Uh, the leaders are sort of every flat board that goes by dramatically increases their chances, and now they've kind of padded their lead.
Can we take a look at the other table? They have an interesting auction going on. So two club overcall with the 15 count, not exactly the club sit people talk about for vulnerable two level overcalls, but you do have a 15 count. And then they've kind of been their way to five clubs after 3 no Trump was pulled and maybe a slam try of sorts. Look, optional key card. Are they on the same page? Four diamonds probably Unclear. Okay.
Whoa.
That might let it make because the heart can now go away on the diamond. Otherwise, there were just two hearts and a club loser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a pretty big theoretical error in my mind. Generally speaking, when the opponent's bid to 5 of a minor, usually they're off an entire suit or at least very weak in one suit. So you generally want to listen to the auction, figure out which suit it is. Here, your partner's actually opened a suit, so that's probably the one that's stopping them from bidding 3-no trump or
I
staying.
mean, West did bid 3-no trump.
Right,
East
or
just chose to pull it.
Yeah, or staying in 3-no trump. So yeah, I mean, maybe North read into it that there'd be a singleton heart coming in the dummy, so he didn't feel like there were any hard tricks to set up. So it's not actually totally crazy, but yeah, it's a big position, particularly with the opponents kind of having a potential misunderstanding, right? We know there's sort of alerts where they're not sure what it is, so yeah, it could have worked out to set up a 2 diamond tricks. Let's say, if South it didn't have the ace of hearts, but they had 2 diamonds and a trump trick, for example, that they needed to set up. But it just seems like a pretty small target.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
So
They're down actually still.
yeah. So now South can rough in and catch the hearts before it goes away on anything.
The problem is they didn't unblock the diamond before they played a club back to the ace. So now they were in the wrong hand after. So they first played a diamond to the 10, and now look, South can rough in and cash.
I wonder if they're worried that diamonds are 6-1, but is that consistent with the spots though? It seems unlikely.
Who has 6 diamonds in this auction?
Right.
It's the North.
So it seems like you could just unblock and go get back to your hand and start taking diamond pictures. And this would risk space 6-1, but 6 space. I mean space 5-1. All right. So that's a big opportunity missed.
Yeah, I mean, I'd wonder, what most American pairs, when they play kind of 3rd and 5th best leads, they're usually leading 3rd best from 6. So I would have definitely been curious as to Claire whether there was any chance that the Diamond Queen was singleton there. But if the second lowest spot was led, so if they play 3rd best from 6 as opposed to 5th best from 6, it was a guarantee, assuming an honest opening lead, that the second diamond was going to live. But perhaps he was worried that the player had led 5th best from 6, maybe even just deceptively, and so that was the worry.
Would you consider it doubling with South? There you go.
Yeah, I think you have to get in there. It's just a pretty strong hand. Anytime you have one of these hands where, you ask yourself, well, if my partner jumped to game in the unbid major, would I be thrilled? Which I think you would with the South hand, right? Pretty nice hand for 4 spades. You just gotta get in there at the 1 level. Of course, it's risky. You could end up in 2 diamonds doubled. But notice sometimes your partner bids diamonds, and it's not even that bad, right? Usually your partner bids spades or no trump, and occasionally they even bid clubs. And if they bid 2 diamonds, here 2 diamonds was a totally reasonable contract for North-South.
So North going to bid 3 clubs now, just in case partner doesn't have diamond fit.
Yeah, that seems easy. Yeah, partner could be looking at 2 diamonds and 5 clubs, right, on an extreme day. So yeah, get both suits in, let partner decide. Yeah. And if 3 clubs does pass around, Will Freeman, who now, kind of might suspect the king of diamonds is working from the fact the opponents have chosen clubs. Will he compete? Nope, apparently not. Yeah, so it's, let's see what's going to happen to 3 clubs here. Declare has only really three sort of top losers, although there's a fair bit of handling, but it's really hard to see him, losing more than finding a line to lose more than 4 tricks. I'm just having a hard time seeing that. So I think this is going to make with at least a modicum of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to try to run diamonds, but the problem is they're going to tap North's hand, so it might be hard to draw trump ending in there.
Yeah, I think he's going to play a diamond now and kind of preserve his options where, if he does get tapped,
Not
we'll
sure.
We'll see how it goes. So certainly going to be the Queen of Hearts next.
Most likely, yeah.
Just can't think of anything else East would want to do other than try to cash his heart. And then Declare is going to have to kind of decide a little bit on the timing. Does he want to play a club now, where if it's ducked, he could have some issues, or does he want to kind of try to get started on the spades? Well,
Okay,
so this should be actually. This is going to simplify things, I think, a fair amount for Declare, who I really think has nothing to do but just win and play trumps now, right?
Or maybe rough a heart first, but probably draw trumps.
Yeah, because it now declares looking at 2 eventual spade tricks. A heart is 3, a diamond is 4, and 4 club tricks are 8. And so all he really needs to do is build, 1 diamond trick. And remember, he only has 3 top losers. So I think now the plan. Oh, this is very interesting. Yeah, this is, I think, a mistake. The plan now should just be to draw trumps and just play. If the defense doesn't tap the North hand, right? You just play ace of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, take a roughing finesse and claim, right? You can lose 2 diamonds and just set up your hand. So I think it's the defense that has to be playing hearts.
Is there any danger to close a 4-1, which could?
I was trying to work that out.
I think if clubs are 4-1, you probably would need to guess the diamonds, I think, or to have the second finesse win. So this looks like it could have gotten a little messy here, but it looks like I think he's still going to be all right because the rough is coming in the long club hand, so it's kind of not really now. Presumably he's going to give the rough there.
Probably a heart, but now
probably a low heart, I would think, at this moment, maybe.
That depends on how much he wants to choreograph it.
Yeah, I just think, low heart, because he certainly wants to be, have his partner his partner's roughing this. That would be nice to have a spade return. And now all of a sudden the dummy is starting to look pretty good. So clear cut to just now he's basically.
Asking out the hand. So
there's still a hard loser to take care of.
Well, but when the trumps break, he's okay. And if the trumps wouldn't break, he's actually got I guess with the trumps breaking, it's a complete.
It depends on how it breaks.
He has a complete count in the diamonds now, anyway. More or less. Certainly once.
Yeah, he has a count on hearts and spades. He'll get a count on clubs, so he'll know when to play for the drop.
He'll get a count, yeah.
But here he doesn't even need it, right? There's just enough trumps and dummy. And when the trumps are 1-1, he can just claim. No finesses, no breaks, no nothing.
Absolutely.
So very ironclad contract there. And interestingly, 3 hearts looks like it would make fairly easily in the other direction. Just losing 1 trick in each suit. Well, maybe not. Maybe a trump lead.
Yeah, trump lead might give some problems.
Right, because you can build a trick within the spades, but now maybe you kind of can't get the entry going. Spoke too soon. But
they could keep you off of dummy, in fact. So you can't even get the long spade.
Because the opening trump lead would be 3 hearts, but any other lead, he's going to be able to get there with the jack of trumps eventually. The discards, it won't need to run club and dummy. So the blockage in the spades actually would defeat 3 hearts. But that is certainly. Are we at the faster table here? I guess we are. Yeah, so that's certainly
We are the faster table.
Another potential pickup for the leaders who are really kind of pulling away here.
Yeah.
What's to no jump?
Game forcing. East might show 5-5. I don't know where West goes from there. Probably.
Well, or they might play a custom system of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a hand that could be a trouble spot for East West, I would say, because East might value his hand a bunch of different ways, but let's say he's able to show. Oh, I think that's probably showing a minimum there, which is a really good start.
Yeah, he showed a minimum.
Yep.
But not the worst 5-3-3 Jewish alert.
Yeah, and so that was that.
So it was easy to just stay same
Yeah, so not an obvious valuation, but I think a good choice with the key thing is that East recognized that King Doubleton of Diamonds and a Singleton Club is just a very, very different hand than the one he held.
Yeah.
It just has one fewer loser, right? So here, when partner has nothing in diamonds, the King of Diamonds is wasted. And if partner has a holding like the Ace Queen of Diamonds, let's say, instead of the Ace King of Clubs, there's a good chance the defense will cash its clubs on the opening lead before declarer can enjoy the discard. So the King of Diamonds is often not working in this 5-5 hand. So it's just a lot of the winning in these kind of long matches is determined by the side that exercises just good sober judgment in these kinds of spots. So just staying out of trouble.
Can we swap tables? There's an interesting auction developing at the other table. So remember, North South are playing precision. South has made a takeout double of 2 spades with the 5-4-3, but 10 count. And North had a decision over here. And now they've gotten doubled in 3 hearts.
Heart pass and no trump, and was that? I guess that was just a semi-forcing no trump or something. He was just.
They probably wanted to make a weak raise to hearts. That was probably the plan.
Forcing.
Yeah. And didn't feel comfortable, understandably, and winningly here, passing 2 spades doubled. So yeah, now West here probably had to check the backs of his cards, right? If they weren't playing on tablets, he'd say, "Well, do we all have cards from the same board here? I've got 15 points, and everyone else is going crazy."
Yeah, and at the other table, we saw 5 clubs down 1. They had a chance to make on the diamond lead, but now 3 hearts double looks really ugly.
So they might get diamond, 2 clubs, and a heart. Is that all what they would get? Maybe.
Well, there's a spade also.
I guess if you take the diamond, all right. If now East wins and leads the diamond, now I could go diamond over roughing dummy.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to. So the question is, obviously, of course, if they play the 4th round of diamonds before cashing their clubs, declare probably just pitch a club.
They will work.
That's true. Yeah, so you have to cash your clubs first.
Yeah, which is
you have to play, I guess it depends, but West has to win the 2nd club. In most, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, this should work out okay anyway, I think. But I think looks like for maximum here. So what do we think he's going to lose? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 8 losers on top, right? So 4, so to speak, 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, a heart and a spade. So they're going to take at least 7 of those. So this is going to be 5 or 800 against minus score in the other room.
Right.
I think, prefer West's pass of 1 heart here to the 2 clubs overcall chosen at the other table. This hand to me, oftentimes the opponents are going to bid spades. I mean, occasionally it's your partner here, but oftentimes the opponents are going to bid spades, and then you have an easy takeout double. Sound opening hand with 5-4 in the minors or 4-4 plus in the minors. So that just looks like a better way to develop the hand. There is some risk of never getting into the auction, getting frozen out by passing with the West hand. But the flip side is, when you have this hand, it's not really a good no trump hand because you have Queen Jack third and what they opened, which isn't the greatest stopper, and a singleton in some other suit, and you don't have a source of tricks yourself. So the question is, are you really going to, miss that many games by passing? Here, of course, East West have a good 3-no trump, but East also has an opening hand with 6 spades, and so West would survive the pass. So the question is, are you really going to miss anything big in the long run by kind of starting with the pass there? I think the danger of playing in 5 overcalling 2 clubs and playing in a silly contract is probably not worth the potential upside.
It looks like there's an alternative way to get down 4. So if you lead the ace diamond, Dominic can pitch a club, Eastwood rough, and now a spade would be a trump promotion to recover the club trick.
So how? Wait. So sorry. What was the point?
Okay,
The
so
ace of diamonds, another diamond. North pitches a club, we rough, and now now that spade through will get the trump promotion with Queen Jack on.
So even though you get one fewer club trick, you get one more trump trick.
I see. Oh, yeah. And here he can get everything maybe.
Oh, now you get.
I think Declare has to probably rough up here, right?
Rough up,
Right,
ace
rough
and
up.
another.
Oh, well, get a club, get the diamond pitch first probably. But then are you okay in that case? You're still not done, maybe.
I feel like if he roughs up and splits out the trumps, now as it turns out, he'll be okay because he doesn't need any diamond roughs anymore if he's paying attention. The queen and the 7. Oh no, that's not true. He still has ace and jack. No.
Yeah,
I mean, he can pitch one of the jack of clubs as it is.
Yeah, but
he's starting down 4. I'm wondering if he's down 5 at this point.
I think if he roughs up, that's going to be 6, 5, 6. Yeah,
Defense just gets one more, right?
Right, he just gets one more. I guess that means he probably has to rough up and get down 4 here.
Well,
Wait, would that be down 3? Not down 4. They've only taken 6 tricks so far. That would be 7 tricks for them. They're in 3 hearts double.
Well, they're going to get at least 2 more.
2 more tricks. Yeah,
they got at least a trump and a diamond to come.
Wait, why do they have a diamond still? Because we can pitch the diamond and the dummy on the jack of clubs, play king of hearts in another, and then the spades are.
The spades are good. The spades
are good. Yeah.
Does that work?
I see. So you had to play back a
jack of clubs, pitch the diamond.
Oh, okay.
King of hearts in another.
So he had. Okay, that'll work.
Yeah. He's only down 3.
Down 3.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
Spades and dummy were worth something eventually. Although again, Pyrrhic victory with his teammates minus in game in the other room.
So how could it have gone down 4 of these? Would they have to underlead the club?
I think.
Maybe the spade.
Or how could they get down 4?
Well, the underlead the spade. Declare.
Can pitch a diamond.
Pitching. Yeah, that's down 4, right?
Yeah, that's still down 4 because we can just cover the spade and we only have 1 entry into the dummy after playing king of hearts in another. Obviously, whether he does do that because he doesn't know whether hearts are 4-1 or 3-0 or 3-2 at this point is a different story.
Should we jump over to the other room? Looks like there's some interesting.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Yeah. 1 heart, 2 clubs, double, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds by East, all pass.
Yeah, so this is actually a spot where I think I would definitely prefer a takeout double with East if available. And I think it should be available because, of course, when the opponents are bidding and raising like this, the chance you're going to have a penalty double under the bidder is basically 0. And, of course, East just wants to double for the classic reason of diamonds, hearts, or spades could all be winning. He just wants to hear where his partner has extra life.
On the line, how does 4 spades look?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I think he probably would, would reach. He certainly would reach spades, which is the main goal here. Yeah, and four spades. I think one thing we were talking about a little bit on one of the earlier streams is in these kind of hands, you really just want to make sure you get to a non-ridiculous trump suit. Right here, 3 diamonds is just a disaster with the 4-card suit getting tapped and a weak 3-card suit and dummy. And so, if I were East-West, whatever the merits of 4 spades, right? It's just, in a way, playing a low spade part score on a deal like this is fairly attractive because you might win a whole bunch of riskless imps by playing in the correct strain at a safe level. Right. And so, I have definitely found over the years that the strain decisions are much more important imp-wise than level decisions because, of course, let's say you miss a 50% vulnerable game that they bid in the other room. So you're going to lose 6 imps. You're going to lose 10 imps half the time and gain, 5 or 6 the other half. So you're costing yourself somewhere between, let's call it 2.25 imps on average every time you miss a 50% vulnerable game. So that's less important than, giving away a vulnerable under trick against the contract, something like that. So just, if game isn't amazing, it's just not that expensive to miss them. But what is expensive is, playing in a 4-3 with the 4-card suit getting tapped when you can play in a 5-3 where the 3-card suit's getting tapped. So just very, very important to we have sophisticated approaches in these kind of auctions, including the sort of takeout double by the opener to avoid just conceding a bunch of imps. Because obviously 3 diamonds is essentially a 0% contract with that hand getting tapped. Maybe you have some miracle chance, but we can call it 0%. So that's just a lot more expensive in the long run than missing game. And of course, how many tricks did he end up taking in this disaster here?
He was down
7.
He took 7. Yeah,
so down 2.
So down to minus 200, right? So if you are plus 170, quote unquote, missing a vulnerable game, in spades the other way, well, that's still win 9, right? Whereas if you go plus 600, it's win 13. So missing a vulnerable game that made when they go minus with these cards in the other room only cost 4 imps. So you really, you're when strain is an issue, you're not necessarily getting the same odds that you think you're normally getting for stretching to a vulnerable game. Yeah, and that's just really a matter. I don't believe that East-West are a partnership of long-standing. So my guess is it's just a situation they haven't discussed, and I'm sure after this.
They only started partnering for this event. I mean, they might have played like occasionally, like in the last couple of years, because they both now are in New York. But yeah, they're not at all a long-term partnership, especially compared to the other 3 partnerships we're watching in this match right now. Yes. So that's probably why they had that accident. Of course, I'm guessing East might have thought, well, I'm up a bunch of imps. I don't want to have a stupid accident and defend 3 clubs doubled. And so, if I play on the wrong contract, it's not quite as bad as that. Still don't want to let the other team back in the match. That might have been part of the calculus as well. They were on the trailing team. They were on the trailing team, not the team.
They're on the trailing team. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. So there'll definitely be some discussion afterwards, regardless.
There's a slam making on the other side happening right now.
Can we jump over? Because we've seen this other.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. 6? How many hearts did they make?
6 or 7, depending on whether you can get next trick somewhere.
If you can get the spades.
Yeah, this is the kind of hand where if I'm the leading team, I just want to play in 6 hearts. And I want to basically, in my mind, I'm telling the trailing team, good luck to you if you can, figure out to get to 7 and make it. But I'm not just going down in a grand and just giving you 16 imps or 17 imps, just on a hand where you play 6. I'm going to make my opponents do something good to score. I'm not just going to let them score by sitting in their seats.
And you're just gonna play what might be a low risk 6 hearts rather, and not just
yeah. So some people have this thought, well, that the trailing team will be pushing and so forth, so I should try to duplicate the tactics. And I never have those kinds of thoughts. I just say, let them push. They'll probably pick up some swings, but then we'll probably win a random swing on something that looked like a flat board because they were pushing on that one, and it's just very hard for them to pick up. In this kind of situation, when you're down so much going into the final set, you kind of have to pick up a lot without losing any big swings for the most part. And so, it's just, just if they get 1 or 2 of those, no big deal. But yeah, the time you run into trouble is when you when you give them imps for just sitting in their seats. Let's say there's 1 of those at each table, and now you're, I don't remember what the lead was going in 50 or 60, I believe it's cut in half. And then becomes quite achievable for them to come back just playing solid bridge.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're down a lot, you need swingy hands or swingy actions to get it back.
I believe, unless you guess spades, that there's no squeeze for 7 because East can
has
guard
the
the
long spades.
Or more importantly, East can guard the spades and diamonds, and West can guard the clubs, and all the guards are behind. So I think, yeah.
Because the spade guard is behind. If the spade guard were not behind, there would be a double squeeze with diamonds as the pivot suit. So you'd score your 6 of diamonds for trick 13 a lot of the time. But here East just holds diamonds and spades behind the dummy, so there's nothing to do.
And the 9 diamonds is just big enough to cover a roughing thing if there is an even one. So West can toss all their diamonds without any worries.
Yep.
And meanwhile, West
is in the tank after East showed an on men.
Yeah. So that's that valuation problem we were talking about, where Cornelius judged well to go low. I mean, I think both in practice and in theory, in my opinion, with that singleton king of diamonds. Wow. And I think Finn has shown extras with short diamonds. And this violates Willenken's rule of singleton king, which is the rule is very simple. If you wouldn't have your bid if the singleton king were a low singleton, don't show a singleton at all. Just show balance. Because here, if I'm West, I'm picturing my partner with 1 more cover card, right? Right. If we just move the king of diamonds, basically we make it ace, king, 5th of hearts, and a singleton diamond, right? That's the same 7 points, but kind of in the normal spots. West has just a claiming slam. So I just don't see how he could not be key carding into slam. That just seems straightforward to me. Of course, here, he'll be key carding into 5. And then I think a diamond will be led both because South has an attractive sequence and also because when the declarer shows a singleton diamond and then dummy likes that and goes to Blackwood, right, we expect diamonds to be the weak spot for the because dummy probably likes it from having low wastage. So I expect to see diamond to the ace and a heart back, and probably declarer will think about it for a really long time and then just shrug and play for the aces to be split, right? The theory being that sometimes if North had 2 aces plus some other stuff, they might have had a bid at some point. So if you're not sure, generally in these spots, it's a good idea to play for split aces. So meanwhile, we got an interesting hand here, at our featured table or front table here, where North South have a pretty decent play for 3-no trump, despite having extremely moderate values. I think it's going to be hard to diagnose King Jack Doubleton of diamonds opposite Queen 10 9 fifth. It's just sort of two holdings that combine super well. So declare starting with eight tricks, not top tricks because the diamond ace needs to be knocked out, but it's certainly a reasonably attractive contract here. However, because the one club opener has a 5-card suit, which is not necessarily every day for a one club opening, the opening club lead would defeat that contract. So here it looks like North South are just going to play a safe 2 spades, which is probably just as well for them on the line of the cards.
Yep.
Yeah. So the one club, even though it's 2+, it's a pretty normal, pretty natural one club opener in that it's only Doubleton if it's 4-4-3-2 or 18-19 balanced. So so if they're in 3-0 by North, East has a better chance of getting it right to think that partner has a real club suit.
Yeah, but particularly after hearts and spades are bid, so those leads are kind of out. Not much, if you've got king third of the suit your partner bid and 3 little in the suit your partner didn't, probably pretty straightforward to choose which one of those to lead. Meanwhile, here in 2 spades, declarer is just gonna actually make 10 tricks, right, without breathing hard here with the queen of spades on side. Just one spade, one diamond, one club. So that was the cold game. 4 spades. Or maybe they can lead clubs. I mean, not that it's realistic to lead clubs. Maybe they can beat that by leading clubs. But
Right.
So would have made 4 spades if they got into it. Again, just like really great combining cards that fit perfectly, but very, very hard to diagnose that bit.
Frank is still on the tank on what to lead against 5 spades, it looks like. Nope, he is in the tank. Just refresh it.
Yeah.
What do you think he might be pondering? Because we did talk about how a diamond lead does seem attractive for the reasons you pointed out, like how West got excited after.
That's interesting. Yes, this seems like an incredibly dangerous lead to me. Although here, of course, it works out safely, just because it's so easy for the opponents to have, king 10 fourth of clubs in the dummy and ace third in declarer's hand, right? And what are you aiming at, right? Even if partner has let's say the ace of clubs over dummy's king, for example, where the trick's going. Of course, they could begin going on discards, in dummy, right? If dummy has strong diamonds. But again, usually when someone hears about a singleton and bids blackwood, usually that's because they don't have much wastage. So it's not a guaranteed thing, but I think the percentages are to lead a diamond. And of course, one nice thing about a diamond is it's internally safe, right? You're never going to blow a trick by leading diamonds. You could blow an opportunity, but ace of hearts and queen of clubs and even a low spade, could potentially blow a trick. So diamond, one thing won't blow a trick.
Might he be thinking that partner didn't double 4 diamonds? Like, at which point in the auction did you show
4 clubs confirmed the diamond singleton, I believe.
So what the diff? Is it possible for West ace of clubs to be in diamonds, in which case you have to lead a club at trick 1?
If West's ace, no, that's definitely possible. Ace of diamonds opposite singleton king, but similarly, you wouldn't be really thinking that much about singleton king and declarer's hand when they show a singleton. It's just, obviously it's only one of many possible singletons. So I just say, I'm sure there could be many layouts where the club is winning, of course, but it seems like the most common time that a club matters is by just blowing a trick when partner has nothing in the suit. I mean, the opponents are at the 5 level and you have a 10 count, so your partner, I would say, in pretty much any side suit, they're not a favorite to have anything. And yes, so sure enough, I was wrong. I guess it was a quick play for split aces, as opposed to a slow one. And so that East-West kind of survived getting a little bit too high.
So do you think
This
North
was
should double for diamonds for the lead? Or would you
I hate to do that, especially they're in some sort of artificial auction, so that by the time four clubs, blah blah blah, and four clubs showed what the hand type was for the first time. So if spades are trump, and four clubs is the first time they start to know anything, that's just not a lot of room, and they're going to make some, I'm going to say, quote, mistakes, misjudgments. Not applying that somebody did something bad, but just when you have that small amount of space, you're not going to figure out whether to stop in game with anything near 100% accuracy. And so doubling just gives them essentially another round of bidding after you've doubled in a situation where leading a diamond is kind of normal. So it would stink to kind of have to give them that round every time we just wanted the normal lead. Really, what you probably should be doing on a theoretical basis on this auction, there are other auctions that I play this way. This one could be a kind of an extension. Probably double should say don't lead a diamond or something like that. It should be light or double for something else. But yeah, in practice, I think what would happen in the expert community is just people wouldn't double there, just to avoid giving the room, and to avoid also telling declare about the hand in case that matters, and just kind of hope partner makes the percentage lead. Yeah, we definitely don't want to have a style where we need to double to get the normal lead. That's very, very important to avoid that kind of style.
Well, they do get to four spades here.
Yeah, so here, interestingly, West had started with a pass, so not even implying any spade length, and East, but now at least East double was straightforwardly take out, according to just bridge logic. So there was no question of choosing anything else. East probably wasn't thrilled to hear four spades here, actually, from a partner who had failed to make a negative double. But yeah, it's got a surprising amount of play, although, it's interesting whether Declara is going to try to draw trumps. He's got some real problems drawing trumps, because if he roughs this and leads a trump, North will hold off, and then at some point when second trump is played, North South will be able to cash a lot of clubs. I think Declara is going to kind of have to play to rough some clubs and take some finesses, but he's a little bit short of entries to his hand, and those 8-7 spades are actually looming pretty large. If West had king 9-8-7 fifth of spades, we could sort of see a cross rough and hearts and clubs with a diamond finesse in there at some point. But here, I think this is just going to be too high. My gut says down 2 at the end of the hand. I don't know what deep finesse says is possible. But that's my gut as to what the
double. Yeah, forwards double at the other table. You want to take a look at that for a moment? So probably 1-0 showing clubs, I assume, and then
and just that sort of got balanced in to 4 hearts after passing out 2, and this probably is a decent time for West to kind of speculate with a double here, right? This is he's trailing. The opponents were about to play in 2 hearts.
Yeah.
Definitely a reasonable one.
Looks like
of course, here
going to make 4 on the because ace of diamonds on side.
But they're on ace of diamonds and ace. Oh yeah, you're right.
And the queen of spades is led, so actually
that blew the trick.
That was the contract going trick.
Yep.
I'm sure East wasn't thrilled. Again, sort of the same as the queen jack fourth in that earlier hand. These sort of queen jack empties are really not that safe. And partner notably didn't bid spades directly after a heart double and no trump. So there might be a thought there that partner who's looking for another strain with what does, it seems like they might have weak spades. But on the other hand, it's not like East had any completely safe lead here. So,
Yep.
you know, yeah, Queen of Diamonds would have been a much more winning choice here. But
what do you make of South passing 2 hearts and then raising to 4 hearts?
yeah, I mean, he probably flipped the mental coin the first round, right? He said, well, if I catch my partner with a super max, I will have a game. But we're non-vulnerable, so the math doesn't pay to really stretch for games. So I'll just take my short plus and 2 hearts. And then now he found out his partner did have a super max in playing strength. My partner basically just bid to 3 hearts by themselves. So now he kind of thought it was worth a shot. Yeah, I mean, of course, partner showing up with 7 hearts and a 9 count probably might not have been on his, his list of what he thought was going on. But yeah, that is always a tricky thing when one opens these very light high card hands with a lot of playing strength. You feel compelled to do a lot of competing later, and partner kind of doesn't realize they know you have a lot of shape for all the bidding you're doing, and don't realize that there weren't any high cards to go with it. But here, of course, you're getting to a very thin game that survived. And here it's just mostly important to know your partner's style, right? If your partner is going to open a lot of 9 counts, then you've got to kind of give them room in the spot with both opponents bidding, and it sort of sounds like that's what's going on. Again, I don't really know how experienced the partnership North-South are.
This table, they're really experienced, I think. They play together, I think, in the past 2 cycles of trials.
Yeah, and then the question is, I guess, are they playing regularly, the rest of the time? I just don't know the answer. So yeah, just important, as with everything, important to know your partner's style. If your partner opens super light, non-vulnerable to try to kind of push the opponents around, then obviously don't stretch the game. But yeah, worked out here, and so
yeah, it looks like North is just like stalling, and will probably finesse a diamond at some point, I would imagine. I don't see any other legitimate play.
Yeah. Probably now a spade.
Yeah, and then diamond up just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been actually if East could have somehow figured out to pitch 3 diamonds, come down to the singleton queen. That was really his only chance as the cards lay. It's not an easy situation to kind of foresee, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah, so I'll put
the
on
only
this
way
hand.
to have the card go wrong is to convince them that you stiff your non-ace of diamonds.
Yeah, so I believe on this hand, what happened was club rough, and then heart to the ace, and then a diamond finesse, and then the queen hearts
You
cover.
made a hard dropping finesse. Yep.
Right, and now we're in this position.
Queen of Hearts and South made a good cover there, right? Because you can sort of see what's going on here, and doesn't want to, it doesn't want to declare a trick before the trumps are drawn, right? So in these kind of hands, we're often thinking about what I categorize in my own mind as early round winners. So basically, if there's a hand that's sort of roughing and dummy or cross rough, early round winners are winners that you can take before you draw trumps. And so if South makes the more normal looking play of ducking the queen of hearts, the declare a discard, right? And they get that second heart winner before drawing trumps. But now it's going to be very hard for declare to enjoy that jack of hearts because he's going to have to draw trumps to do it.
It's going to get rough now. Yep.
Yeah. And I think, there's nothing really for declare to do now, but
Right, pick your club probably and hope to.
Yeah, I mean the diamond finesse is working. You know that.
At least force them to use a trump, even if you can't cash it.
All right.
Now they just tap dummy again.
No, I think he's just going to cash his trump, and
then
right.
Yeah.
The spades is coming back to life on a promotion now.
But does he know that partner has 6 clubs rather than 7? Because we could declare be out of clubs at this point.
I'm guessing. So he knows one spade and 4 hearts. He knows those already, and he probably got that upside down count in diamonds. So I think he probably has a good read on it.
Yep, you got it right.
They don't give count to regularly, I think, if ever.
Maybe get remainder count in clubs. Yeah, so here.
I wonder why he decided to play heart rather than a club. Like, what's the advantage of a heart here?
Yeah, he might have just lost
Club might
track
have
of
been better.
But,
They probably thought there was a club out. I don't know.
But yeah, of course, that doesn't matter. Nothing for.
8-7 of spades is sitting pretty over there.
Yeah, so it's down 1, but you win 3
Yeah,
imps.
So down one. Actually, he did well.
Yep,
I think that was about as well as he could do.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at the other table. It looks like an interesting.
Another possible slam hand.
Yeah.
So what do we got here? A diamond, a heart, a no trump, and I guess the alerts probably they bypass spades, right? Very common.
Yeah.
Style. Just when you have a weak no trump, rebid one no trump right away, just to let partner know what's going on. Spades can come later. And that does make. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything to say. Go on.
Oh, I was just saying that. So once West hears partner show 12 to 14 balanced, it's fairly straightforward, I think, to value the hand as kind of a slam try in hearts, right? We want to find out if partner has 3 hearts, show our club suit, show that we have slam interest, and kind of leave it to partner, right? We need, kind of a nice dummy, which I think East has, although the 3 little trumps are sort of a little bit cautionary. But here, obviously, a great slam needing nothing.
Is 4 spades key card or what else?
4 spades part key card, yeah.
So let's see. So what happened here? So 2 hearts, 3 hearts, setting trump.
And then they just queued and now they're key carding.
Yeah, I wonder if, because that does seem like sort of an overbid from West, unless East's Q bids were quite serious. Just because, it's just a lot of losers. You sort of need a partner to have a really nice weak no trump, kind of like what they have. So it feels like they should be, the one moving. But at any rate, this should be a fairly quick 13 trigger, I think.
Yeah.
Well, with the hearts for 1, could be some problems maybe.
Well,
I think the normal place is to run the 9 of hearts, and then they'll probably solve the problems.
Yeah. I just think he's going to kind of fall into that.
Double finesse. Yeah.
It is a hand where there could be, a little bit of a, the diamonds are a little blocked up. So if South and some planet covered the 9 of hearts, maybe he'd make only 6 or something. But in practice, South's just going to hope his partner has like the singleton 10 of hearts or something like that, or singleton queen. Who knows? You don't know. I guess probably queen was shown in Blackwood, but maybe not.
Well, then what do you do with your 2 club losers in your hand?
Just unblock the diamond.
Crack them on the diamonds, but yeah.
Ourselves will get to rough one of them. Is that going to cause any problems? Let's see.
Well, you'll be able to then rough a club, at that point, if you need to, and kind of do it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can make 7.
Huh?
I don't know if
You're probably not.
Isn't it just 7? 9 of hearts holds, heart to the 10, and you find out the bad news, and you just unblock the diamonds, go back in spades and kind of try to take your diamonds. So if South has to rough, otherwise you just clean them up, and now you over rough, up and down the rough back to hand and draw.
Actually, so there's actually a coup for 7. It looks like
it's not really a coup. Actually, you're just like sort of. It's a Trump substitution, I think, is the technical name for this, where basically you play a winner through and they have to rough it, and it's kind of like you're finessing again, basically.
Right.
The end of the situations.
Yep. Oh, right, because you have to rough 1, so yeah. There are a lot of slam hands today. That was the same one that we did. So since they're trailing team, will they be 7?
I mean, they are off a key card, so I would be surprised if they did.
Yeah, me too.
No. The 455 that they're playing right now, they just stopped in 6.
Oh, board 55. Oh, okay, sorry. Yep. Yeah.
Didn't seem like they even consider 7, which is just as well. But they are trailing, so maybe they should have been.
Yeah,
No,
this is-
because South did not show the hard queen with 7 hearts. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The North showed
that-
3 card support.
Yeah.
North showed forcing hearts. Yeah, Tuno Trump was Tuno Trump might have been the bridge roll hand, 6 hearts and 3 spades, I assume.
Yeah, that's what they alerted it as.
I see. So they don't even know that North has 3 card support. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but even so, in other words, like with, when your partner has to have, here, partner had no high cards, right? So if they are 6-3, presumably they're not, just bidding this with a 6-3 11 count, right? Bidding Tuno Trump to get to the 3 level. So I presume that if South were 6-3, he would need another cover card somewhere, right? So let's give him, like whatever, Ace Jack 3rd, Ace Jack 6th,
And then a straight king somewhere, king up somewhere.
Stiff and king 3rd or something like that, right? So that's a hand where you need to pick up hearts for 7, and that is definitely the spot you want to be in, when you're a trailing team, right? It's no big deal 9 Trump missing the ace, right? You're gonna make it about half the time. So you don't have the odds for those in sort of traditional bridge, because it's kind of win 13 when it works and lose 17 when it doesn't. But here, lose 17 is like a push. Both of them move you towards losing. So you need just good chances to win 13, regardless of what the associated downs.
At the main table, let's take a look. So the 9 of hearts was covered actually to the jack and queen, and now we've cashed the ace of hearts, and now we've kind of come into this interesting position. Where it's like,
so I think now
we don't really want to rough with the 8 of hearts anymore, but we also cannot overtake the diamond. And if you play a heart to the 8, then I mean, we can just probably lock them. We can just lock them.
This gets interesting now. Can you still make this?
Oh yeah, he's still definitely gonna make it. I don't think he can go down from here, but he's just got too many tricks that cash. I think almost anything will work, right? So it won't work now. I mean, so if he cashes the jack of diamonds, and I don't know. So if he crosses, so that is that going to work? Cashes the diamond. He might need to be careful and cash.
He plays a heart to the king, and now they exit the spade queen. And now South plays the spade queen in this position. Now the dummy is locked.
South might be able to rough with the king and play a trump.
So he plays diamond.
South can only rough the 4th diamond, though, right? So this is pretty similar to the position we were talking about before.
Yeah, but that. Yeah. Oh, I see. Right. Because then West can pitch the club, right? So you already pitched 1 club. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. No.
Although if South roughs the 4th diamond low.
Yeah, you over rough a club and dummy.
It still works. Yeah.
And I think also, I think also if he had just sort of cross-roughed, like roughed a club and dummy early, as long as he made sure to take a rough in his hand to get him down to equal length, he would have a sort of a funny version of a trump coup in the end, right? So let's imagine he just like unblocked the diamonds, played, ace of spades, spade rough, ace king of clubs, club rough, right? And now just let diamonds. He'd be in dummy in the 2-card ending. Even though dummy wouldn't have a trump, and basically lead a plain card towards the 10-5 with South holding the king 7. Not that saying that that's the best line. I'm saying with all the suits breaking, I think everything would work.
Yep.
The real danger here was, I think, if East could have roughed like the 3rd diamond king and exited a trump, but then they ate a trump as an entry to catch the fourth diamond anyway, so that even that won't work. Yeah, it's pretty.
Right. Yeah. You have just enough winners.
You do.
Right.
Yeah, a strange cover. I think. I mean, it just feels like what if declares ace queen 10 fifth of hearts. If they got to slam with ace queen 10 fifth of hearts opposite 9/8 third, and that suit is like no losers for declare, it's like, how are you ever beating it? They must just be completely loaded with everything else. So I think there I would just hope my partner has the heart 10. Right. Well, if partner has the heart 10, this hand gets a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
Or might declare have all 6 hearts and decide to finesse the queen.
Yeah, it's a great point too. Absolutely. But yeah, if the declare does have, an ace queen empty fifth opposite 9/8 third, they might well choose to run the 9, hoping for no cover from jack 10 third, right, and have it go 9 low low king, right? So that's quite live that North has singleton 10 from declare's play, and it's not totally clear to cover the 9 from 9/8 third with jack 10 third, because your partner could have ace and 1 with declare having king queen 8 fifth. So there's a lot of ambiguity in the position for all the players.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, again, I just try to go the simple route in these spots and say, hey, maybe declarer's bidding wouldn't have been all that different with or without the 10 of hearts. Oftentimes, the 10 is not a deciding factor. So I'll just kind of hypothesize my partner with that, and now I can see already it's getting very interesting for declarer, especially if they pass the 9 of hearts to the 10. Now I've got king jack 7, and so I've got there's some problems.
So now, actually, to North, if 59 here, North doesn't even have entry to take a finesse.
Yeah,
am I the only one who's seeing the screens is very fuzzy now?
It's looking fine for me.
It looks okay to me.
I'm gonna refresh. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah. So North won the 3rd heart and cannot even take a finesse. So seems right to bring out ace diamond. King of diamonds could be singleton. Now they catch a heart.
And now
And
you can and now West can play towards either king.
Yeah. So if West leaves a club, North should duck, or should win ace, because the club finesse on side is not enough to make. They need spade finesse anyways. But when you leave a spade, well, you still need spade finesse anyways. So, yeah. So it's just down if it's offside.
And the last board. And this has just obviously been, the Kolesnik team has just kind of consistently, I would say, over the course of this match, just been a little better than the Juan team. They've won, I think, every single one. Most of them not by a lot. It's certainly been a hard-fought match, but definitely feels like they deserve to be USA1 based on this match.
So one final swing action, past the 1 spade double. Oh, sorry. That was the first double. I thought they passed it again. Never mind.
Yeah, that would be quite a choice with jack empty fifth under the spades.
Yeah.
I assume we'll see.
And
they did. Okay. Well, I guess I called it.
I feel like North is going to be thinking to themselves, well, I got 5 trump tricks, so good luck to you folks. And when they find
and actually make much more.
Actually, what does this actually make? It's not even clear.
Ace of clubs, trump shift. I think.
Yeah.
Now he can kind of see that the club rough is gone, so I think he'll probably just
play hard.
Fly queen, delete a heart, maybe.
Yeah.
It looks sort of suicidal in a way. I mean, you're not getting any more roughs, so yeah, what else can you really do?
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like probably only 6 tricks for declare. Of course, 3-note trump should make with no problem at all. 5 clubs, 4 diamonds, a heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, in general, I feel like doubling part scores is not usually, a great way to get back in the match. Just because, again, if you do defeat them, down 1 or something like that, if you're down 2 against the game or down 1 against the part score, it's just not that many imps in it. So I generally tend not to be trying for that. When I'm trying to recover imps. Yeah, it just seems like oftentimes a lot of double part scores made. But I'd almost rather swing by bidding 2-note trump or something. And just kind of hoping that all my 10s are worth something, and that Jack 5th could be worth a lot more than 1 point as a stopper, which it is here, right? I mean, obviously, if West had Jack 4th, then would be down off the top. So when you have these stoppers that stem largely from length as opposed to high card points, your high card points are somewhere else in the hand where they're very useful, right? And so it is kind of right here, partner. You have 15 ups at 9, 24 high. Don't usually make as good a 3-note trump as this one is, and I think the reason for that is that sort of having a stopper in spades that's only spending one of your 24 points, having 23 points for developing tricks elsewhere.
So on board 57 in the other table, West did bid 2 spades immediately, and this might have convinced East to lead the queen of spades.
Yeah, so
So
another 4 hearts bid and made, but still 5 imps to the leaders.
interesting. So why did East lead a heart here rather than was it because the 5 of clubs is super preference, I guess?
Most likely the 5 of clubs, yeah. I mean, we are trying to hit partner's ace, except partner does have both aces as it turns out over here.
Yeah. So should West ask for a heart?
Oh.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it feels like you want to be probably asking for
Or the diamond.
diamonds, because it sort of feels like that's declare a shortness, but it's hard to know. Hard could be winning.
Could partner be void in diamonds from West's perspective? What shape would that be? I mean, not partner, North, that is.
He could, but on the other hand, no, that would be require a partner to not let or switch to king, queen, jack of diamonds.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, king, queen. Yeah, of course. Yeah, makes sense.
So whatever East does, unless it's a small club, it will be down 1.
Yeah, they're in good shape.
Because declare gets tapped out, they cannot enjoy the long heart unless something bad happens. I'm wondering if it's clear that West had 3 clubs, because it might be the same carding with only 2 of them. So then East would have to it might not be clear what's going on.
I wonder if maybe West could consider pitching the 3 of clubs too instead, just to make it clear. The sound of diamonds might be a hard card to read.
Well, they might be saving it.
Two, 3, 4, 5 in dummy, so it's the second lowest. Usually that wouldn't be discouraging, because if you were discouraging, you'd usually have more than 2 to pitch from, so you'd be able to afford something higher. Yep. So that was that.
And now we can focus on the other table.
So they already took the diamond finesse, so now it's just take the spade from that.
The jack has been stiffed, so
yeah, so you cannot get it wrong. I mean, it was potentially possible that there might be a strip squeeze, maybe. Like you catch the last heart and play West. But West can always unblock the diamonds.
West can always unblock it. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. But I mean, like, the Queen of Spades was led, so I don't think.
Yeah, it's likely Queen Jack there. I mean, if it could possibly be Queen Doubleton, but probably not.
He's made to take out double of a heart.
Right.
This was the 6 heart steal. This should be flat, I assume.
Should probably be very similar.
Not trivial to get 30 high card points, 8 card fits. I think it kind of somebody has to take a good view at some point.
Yeah,
so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, every single high card is working. You have, every high card was working on this hand.
And the doubles and club is working, although, it's not strictly necessary as the cards lay. But if your partner is able to show clubs, hearts, and clubs, now you kind of can visualize. Okay, well, if I do need, let's say my partner doesn't show up with the jack of diamonds or something like that, right? If I do need some roughs in the demi, I've got that doubles. So I'll be curious to see whether after West checks back and he shows hearts, West now introduces clubs. So to my mind, that auction should confirm a heart fit, right? Because if West has a game forcing hand with 4 diamonds and 5 clubs, 4 hearts and 5 clubs, rather, they should respond 2 clubs initially, assuming they're planning to show the clubs at all. Right? Sometimes you might just respond 1 heart and raise your partner's 1 no trump to 3 no trump or something just to sneak up on them. But I think if you're planning to show both suits, you show them in length order. So here, I think 3 clubs would be my bid with the West hand for playing these methods. Let's see whether Michael Hugh agrees.
How much have this pair played together, Michael Hugh and Finn?
I don't know. They're certainly not regular partners outside of juniors. I think this is their first cycle of juniors, but I would swear to it.
Yeah, they played juniors together in the past. I think on 2 occasions I can recall. But yeah, I don't recall seeing them play much in tournaments outside of that.
I'm wondering if they have much discussions over in this auction, mandatory spade queues. So.
And what is 3 no trump? Is that a serious slam try?
What is the other?
Not serious.
Here now it starts to get interesting.
East is pretty.
And that's going to be
Ace Queen.
Yeah.
He has the 3 little trumps. So he decides to go one more time, and West has a 10 out of 10. Ooh.
Oh, that might pass.
Yeah, I think
that should pass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I would say that West had, I probably would have made a serious Q bid, but once you go low and you make a non-serious Q, you have a 10 out of 10 for your range. And so if a partner tries back with 4 diamonds, I think you have to go from there.
I agree.
Yeah.
So the play here will not be that interesting because they're only in 4.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand what 3-0 is looking for, since partner's never betting 4 clubs, and it doesn't seem like partner can ever go past game on his own.
Well, no, he
he
could. In other words, when you bid 3 no trump, non-serious, your partner could go past game, but they're probably going to need more like queen third of hearts, ace king ace or something, right? In other words, your non-serious slam dry is still a slam dry opposite 12 to 14, but you're basically telling partner, I need gilt-edged cards, the absolute perfection if you bid 3 now and then kind of sign off the next time.
Yeah, move like queen of diamonds to queen of hearts. It could be better, but this is almost as close to perfect as it can be for the East End. Like, I think East did fine being 4 diamonds and passing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, he never has the absolute best hand because he has 3 little trumps.
Mm-hmm.
So, the hand with the good trumps for slam auction should be overbidding a little bit, bidding aggressively, and the hand with the weak trump should be bidding a little conservatively. Those are the kind of things don't matter so much for game or trump quality in games, less important. But yeah, in slams, if you have 2 trump losers, it's really hard to make from there. So,
And Brent does play small, not that it matters in 4 much.
Yeah, right. And from his perspective, yeah, he just definitely needs a lot of tricks from partner. So he needs something in trumps.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So this should be 12 imps to the trailing team.
Yep. So 47 imps with 2 boards to go. Now it's back. I mean, it's mathematically impossible unless time penalties start coming into play.
Yeah, 87 imps. Yeah, so now it's down to 70, 75. Yeah, so
Yeah.
The outcome is not in doubt, but we're just watching to see some good bridge.
Yep.
So the play will go more like what we predicted, with ramming the diamonds herself.
Oh, they're just gonna play the diamonds. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Trump substitution variant here.
Yep.
Nicely played. Wait, this was the 2-0, 3-0 hand, right? Hard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. North will open a strong club. They might. Where will that put them? They might. If North doesn't upgrade into the 2021 range, maybe they might just play 1-0 because of valuation. I don't know. Well, East actually might get in there.
Double for the majors, presumably.
Yeah. I believe they play redouble as super negative, twice out, and pass shows some. And it's like the intermediate range below game forcing. Wait, what is 1 down? I forget. Oh, 1 diamond is a completely negative response. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna play. They're just gonna play 1-0 Trump probably.
Yeah, 3-0 is a nice contract here, but not making on this layout for sure. Ooh,
Well,
all parties heard from. Of course, West knew here his partner was marked with at least 16 high card points because the opponents weren't moving towards game.
Yep. A nice dummy to flop in 3 diamonds.
Yes.
Does it even make?
You lose. I mean, you can get to your hand, but oh yeah, all the finesses are off. That's unlucky.
Yeah, the partner has to. You got some problems getting off lead.
Well, now partner is 3-0.
Yeah, because
I kind of get it.
in 3 diamonds, let's say your partner had let a heart to the queen and king, so you're already in trouble. So I don't know. Let's say, what do you return as east? Maybe you play heart, 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 and south pitches a spade and plays ace of diamonds and a diamond. So
Yeah.
you're gonna prevail.
Yeah, you're in play.
They might not do that. Play to take the diamond from us.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. They've got to get off the dummy. It's not the easiest thing. Especially because the hand that balanced over one of Trump's, somewhat likely to have some shape. They didn't have the high cards, a bit of heart the first time coming in, so you might diagnose.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so this one is certainly gonna be boring because East has now created an entry to his partner's hand. So ace of diamonds, diamond, heart over, and then choice of black
Either
suit.
black suit will work. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, the declarers. Actually, this is
Oh, interesting.
pretty good play here, I think.
Yeah.
Keep that East to show the majors.
Mhm.
We can sort of see to the hearts of 4-4, give up a spade, and use the spade as an entry to take a diamond for that. So I guess that's probably what's happening.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yep. But what if East ducks this? East ducks the queen of spades.
Well, then he can sort of play. Now he can play ace of diamonds. He's got 2 spades. A heart is 3. 4 diamonds. Let's say he could rely on the club finesse, perhaps. At that point, just play ace of diamonds. You rely on the club finesse.
Yep.
So that's helpful.
This can pretty much play a club at this point. I don't there's no other option really, is there?
Well, could Finn have ace king of spades?
No. North pitched ace of spades just now on this hard.
Oh, the spade ace. Yeah. Okay, so now he knows the spade position.
Yeah.
Right.
So you see Jack 10 of spades in the dummy. No rush. I mean, it feels pretty clear that this is why 3 diamonds was pulled to 3-0 probably.
Yeah.
So.
Right. In fact, you do have to play club right now, otherwise going away.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
So in fact, this will be down 2.
Down 2. Yep.
Oh, sorry. It would have been down 1 because they already took 4 tricks. Yeah. Right. So once again, it's a practice finesse, because if the diamond finesse is on, then you don't need the club finesse to be on.
Yep. On the last board, this was one spade doubled.
So we'll have a similar decision.
Yep. Oh, never mind. Wait. East overcalled 2 clubs. Even if Finn didn't double.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting choice. I mean, perhaps he's trading on his partner having passed in first seed at favorable vulnerability. So maybe there's a thought. I don't know the style of this partnership, but if partner would have a lot of 5-card 2-heart openings here, perhaps there's a thought of just very unlikely to find a heart fit. But at any rate, it looks like they're going to be carried to 3-0 Trump now.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy game to make.
So what
Well,
did
what does
West
East
with
do
3
here?
hearts? What did West with 3 hearts? Maybe worried that the space stopper's not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, West has some worries because single spade stopper combined with no fitting club honor, right? So there's a lot of times when you cube it, you're going to have honor third of clubs. And so we can imagine East looking at, for example, let's say he has slightly different high cards, king, queen, 6 of clubs, king, queen of diamonds, and the king of hearts, right? 13 points, right? And then we can sort of see, okay, well, it looks like 5 clubs is going to make, and 3-0 Trump has no chance. So I actually think that's a smart bid by West there. Just stall. And with partner having obviously bid clubs and diamonds, we're not looking to play in hearts anymore. So 3 hearts is just the noise. And I think East 3 spades is also just a noise. This is kind of designed to give West a chance to bid 3-0 Trump 2 ways, either directly over 3 diamonds to say I have a strong opinion about this, or kind of I've got a stopper, but I sort of suspect 5 clubs might be right in East as well. Okay, I've got the running clubs, and also just not I have a lot of losers for 5 of a minor, so I have an easy choice. And North is going to have a moment of excitement followed by a moment of disappointment.
Yep.
Since Reno has not quite made yet, wonder what East will pitch on this next spade.
Well, he can afford to pitch a diamond now anyway and still make it.
Yeah, you can kind of decide to play diamonds either way later.
Yeah. So could have the queen diamonds for presumably the 1 spade.
Yeah.
Open.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like even if he decides to play south for the diamond, he's going to cash the king first just in case before he passes. So
Yeah.
no reason not to.
So North might shift to a heart here. Since it looks like the clubs are going to run.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly.
Your partner did discourage a diamond. But if we're switching to a heart, we might as well crash the spade. No. I mean, Queen of Hearts isn't dummy. If partner doesn't have the Ace of Hearts, this is just making if we switch to a heart.
Yeah, I feel like North knows that. Yeah, South. The West has all the major high cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a good play. Basically, maybe partner has the 10 of diamonds or something.
But yeah, the spade will be the 9th trick as it is, even without the Queen of Diamonds dropping.
Yeah. So now he's just crunching numbers to say, well, what if I only have 3 club tricks? We got 4 spades and 3 diamonds is 7. I need 2 hearts for 9. So he correctly pitches the diamond from dummy.
Now in the final spade, he'll pitch hard? I don't know. Probably hard.
Probably hard. No one go down, come close to breaking.
Yep. Three diamond pitches, so now you can actually claim almost at this point.
I'll test the clubs first.
Yeah, of course. Well, you can claim after that, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that's the match. And with that, yep, the final standings. Kolesnik winning by 81 imps, and yep, like Chris alluded to, small wins in 7 of the 8 segments. So yeah, consistently just playing slightly better throughout. Congratulations to Kolesnik for the USA1 slot, and of course, Juan will be playing the winner of the USA1 semifinal, the USA2 semifinal from earlier today, which Chen beat Eckert. Of course, coming to a really strong lead after 3 quarters. Eckert did win the 4th quarter as consolation, but obviously far from enough. And Je beat he in the U21 USA2 finals. So she is officially the USA2 representative in U21. Congratulations to them. One more day of the trials, and
Then also, I think the U16 standings, which we didn't get to check out.
Yep, Jeff and Andrew did get first place by a really big margin, 46 VPs ahead of second place. Not often you see that level of margin. Adam and Kevin and Arjun.
Yeah, it looks like on the second stage too, the winning pair won every match.
They won every match. They had the highest carry. They lost?
They lost in this first stage, but
they lost 4 matches in the first stage, but 3 of them were basically like very small losses, almost negligible.
And
so
then
yeah, dominating performance.
Yeah.
And then we did look at the Rona standings early today. With that, we'll be concluding today's stream. Thanks so much for everyone tuning in. Chris, and shout out to Chris and Li-Chung for having commentated with us over the course of the week. I don't think we have either of you scheduled for tomorrow. So anything you want to say to any of the viewers or plug anything before we call it?
Not for me. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Thanks,
so
everyone.
much. It'll be all night again tomorrow, same time as we started today. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern, which will be 15 hours from now, give or take. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.